Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Texas on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and this is Northwest Texas. Just switched the map over here on the multiplayer server here yesterday, so not even quite 24 hours ago here, and starting off by harvesting some corn. And we're currently joined on the server at the moment by King, Joker, and Tan Man. They're joining us in TeamSpeak as well. And at least this version here of Texas that we got came off of American Eagle modding. For those of you wondering where this map came from, you can probably get it off other mod sites as well. But at least this particular version we have off of American Eagle modding. And for those of you not familiar with that modding website, good website to check out if you're looking for good American-styled mods. And obviously in this case, an American-style, I would say, map. Now, I've never been to Texas, so I can't say if this map is accurate as to what Texas actually looks like or not. But from what I've been told, it's actually fairly realistic. At least, you know, given the rolling hills and the general terrain here anyway on the map. And anyway, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer servers here, information for joining can be found in the description below. And like I've been saying the last couple episodes, we currently have all 3 servers up and running here at the moment. We'll probably be switching over to server 1 map here fairly soon. I'm not sure if we decided exactly when we're going to do that one yet. We might wait maybe a week or so. We'll see once here, now that we got this one up and running. Yeah, so we'll probably be switching over server 1 map here fairly soon. Obviously just switched over server 2. This is server 2, by the way, for those who are wondering. So if you want to join us on Texas, you'll want to join the, or you want to download the server 2 mods. And we do try to keep the mods somewhat similar between both servers, by the way. So if you download server 1 mods, you'll probably have most of the mods with the exception of the map to join server 2. Same thing if you join or download server 2 mods, again, with the exception of the map, you should have most of the mods to join server 1. I know server 1 has a few extra mods, so probably not quite exactly, but be real close. And then, of course, server 3 is completely different. That is a logging map, so a lot more logging mods on that server. And like I said, we got server 3 up here as well. That is on the Emerald logging map from FDR, along with FDR's equipment, of course. And, of course, for those of you not familiar with FDR, he makes a lot of the... Now, why did that suddenly stop harvesting there? That was weird. Oh, okay. Just a glitch there, I guess. What is... My ping must be doing weird things. No, it doesn't look like it's that weird. Okay. Maybe just like an auto save on the map here or something. Or like I said, maybe my ping went weird. Also, if you are joining us on TeamSpeak, we do ask that you join us on, or if you join us on the Farming Simulator multiplayer servers, we ask that you join us on TeamSpeak as well. Get that the right way around. The passwords for both, actually I should say 3 Farming Simulator servers now can be found on TeamSpeak. And I've mentioned this before, the 3rd server, we've had it for a while. We mainly just kind of use that as a testing server. And now I think we're gonna keep it as a testing server, but then we're gonna use it for logging as well. That way we can just leave the logging mods on that server. Otherwise, typically when we switch to a logging map, we take all the mods that are on there off, and we put the logging mods on. And then when we're done with the logging, we take the logging mods back off and put the regular mods back on. So it's kind of a lot of work there, switching mods around all the time. So this way we can leave server 3 whenever we feel like doing some logging. You know, we can fire server 3 up. And hopefully we'll do some videos on server 3 here yet at some point as well. Just with Texas being new here on server 2. start some videos on this first, and then we'll probably do some logging videos, like I said, as well. And like I said, for the logging mat, we are using FDR's equipment. FDR is probably the go-to person there when it comes to logging mods. Definitely has some very interesting logging mods, I'll have to say. And for those of you who like logging and you have not seen his mods, definitely should check them out. Just look up FDR here on YouTube, and I think he has links to his mods in most of his videos. So just check out his videos if you'd like to download his mods. And of course, check out his videos too if you want to see what his mods look like and how to properly use the mods he has. And so far, we have not changed any of the starter equipment here on the map. We started with 2 Case Pumas. I believe they're the 185s. So 2 Case Pumas, same size. And then, of course, we have the Case 7130 Combine here. So not a whole lot of starter equipment. Actually works out pretty good. 3 people on the server here. We only have 3 drivable pieces of equipment here at the moment. We might have to change that. We'll see. Let's maybe add a couple of additional tractors or something. That is typically something we'll do for the multiplayer maps. We'll add a couple of additional smaller tractors, equipment, just so more people have more things to do. Otherwise, like I said, at this point, we're pretty much just stuck with the 3 people. Anybody else that joins, pretty much just going to be standing around, which obviously isn't much fun. And at least as far as the starting equipment goes as well, it started us off with the smallest plow, the smallest planter, smallest cultivator, a couple of little bit larger tippers here, but not... Oops, put a dent in the tipper. Not exceptionally large tippers here, but... Okay, there we go. And so far, I haven't been all over this map yet. Just kind of looked at a couple of different places. Again, this map, I would say, has more of an American-style feel to it. Larger fields, more open. Definitely a lot different feel than, say, Sandy Bay had. Definitely a much more open map here. Plus the style of buildings, storage bins, all that type of thing. Again, a little bit more American feel than what Sandy Bay, obviously a more UK-based map, was. This is also supposed to be a 4x map, by the way, so 4 times larger than a normal map. Goldcrest Valley, by the way, would be an example of a normal map. So this map is 4 times the size of that. Doesn't really feel like it's that big for some reason, but yeah, supposedly it is a 4x map here. And we start off by owning 3 fields. We got 20, 28, and 29. They don't look like they're that big maybe on the map here, but obviously being a 4x map, they are, I won't say big fields, but at least decently sized fields. Again, for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you know, that's typically kind of what I like to see. A little bit larger fields. Again, open map. You know, no hedges or nothing like that on the roads to get in the way. And yeah, it seems like all the sell points and stuff like that down in the bottom section of the map here, the southern part of the map. Not sure exactly why that is, but that's the way the mod author made it. And also, if there's anything anybody would like to see us do on this map, just leave a comment below, and we'll try to get to it. So if you want to see us, chop corn, or I don't know if we'll do any logging. Maybe we'll do a little bit on this map or something. Like I said, obviously we have the logging server now, so we'll probably keep most of our logging to that. But if you want to see a little bit of logging, again, chopping corn, harvesting potatoes, sugar beets, animal work, whatever you'd like to see, let us know in the comments below, and we'll try to get to it. And obviously when I say try to get to it, obviously we need to first make enough money to afford whatever it is we want to do first. We're sitting at, what, 14,000 here at the moment, so we're not exactly rich so far. Okay, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Christopher was asking, are you going to play House Flipper when it's available on Steam? I don't think that game is out yet, but if it is, I shall check it out. Robert was saying there should be an option for the worker to auto-buy slurry pull from the cow, pig, or biogas plant when the tank you filled is empty. In the settings section under seed and fertilizer and work options. I'll have to check that out. And yes, by the way, when you do hire a worker, again, I guess it depends on what options you have selected. But when you hire a worker, it just auto-buys the slurry. So you don't have to worry about refilling it with a hired worker. And Maki was saying, I think you can have the hired worker go to the biogas and reload the slurry through the options, but I haven't used it. Somehow I don't think the hired worker has the ability of going and reloading the slurry tanker. I could be wrong on that, but somehow I don't think that's a built-in feature. I know obviously you can with Courseplay. Courseplay will let you create a course there for refilling manure slurry spreaders. Joe left a comment here with a link to the latest version of the Hobbs Farm. And he said, yes, you can just straight up upgrade to it. You don't have to start a new save game. So good to know. Thank you very much for letting me know that. And like I said, I'll have to get that map updated as well. Dakota was asking, are you going to buy the Seed Hawk planter from the Big Bud DLC for the Hobbs Farm? We'll have to see once. If we're still playing on Hobbs Farm when the DLC comes out, we'll probably definitely be getting that. Also, several people pointing out as well, be a good choice here for the Texas map. Again, I don't know if we'll be on the Texas map when the Big Bud DLC comes out. Typically, for the multiplayer servers, we don't play on a map for much more than a month or so. And we're still about a month away from the Big Bud DLC coming out. So, don't know if that'll happen or not. Plus, keep in mind, we typically don't put the DLCs on the multiplayer servers. So, not sure yet. We'll have to see once. I know we talked for a while there about putting the Coon DLC on the multiplayer server. Never really did that. Just not enough people that actually have the Coon DLC. Cody was saying you should do a video showing all of your favorite mods. Well, that's kind of what the mod reviews are about. Kind of showing off mods I like. So if you check out the mod reviews I've done, you'll see some of the mods I like there. It probably shouldn't come as a surprise that most of them are of the green color. Actually, I think all of them are of the green color at this point. Sniper was saying in real life, if you direct seed instead of cultivating, you get a better yield. And Jeffrey replied to that, in Ohio, if we no-till corn, our yield would be significantly lower than if we would conventional till. And I would say it's the same thing here as well. If you cultivate first, you typically get a little bit better yield from the corn. The only difference obviously being, you obviously got to put the work into cultivating. So kind of a trade-off there. Do you put the fuel and time it takes to cultivate, or do you just no-till and, you know, maybe put up with just a little bit lower yield that way? Again, depends, like Jeffrey was saying, where you live, what type of soil you have, what you had planted in it before, you know, how well or how healthy the soil is. All those things go into it. Pretty much not as simple as just, you know, sticking some seeds in the ground and hoping they grow. There is quite a bit of science that typically goes into it, actually. Or can go into it, I should say, if you want it to. William was saying, I want the Courseplay mod, but it doesn't work when I try to install it. Well, if you check out the how-to section on my YouTube homepage there, I do have a video on how to install Courseplay. Suggest you check that out if you're having trouble installing it. And again, I do have a download link as well in my mod list. So if you want to know where to get Courseplay, check out the mod list there, and there's a download link there. It is the github.com/Courseplay/Courseplay website. And I know I mentioned this before, but again, that is the only place where I would download Courseplay from. If you download it from anywhere else, it is probably older, out of date, and I definitely would not trust it. The only official place that I know of where Courseplay is on the GitHub website. And that, of course, is the developer version. Courseplay has not been released yet. I know somebody was asking the other day when it will be released. I do not have an answer on that one. To some extent, back in Farming Simulator 15, Courseplay never was released. They did have like one released version, or was it like 2 released versions or something like that. But then from then on, it was just all developer version. They're basically constantly working on improving and fixing Courseplay. So, of course, with that, a big thanks to all the guys there that put their time and effort into Courseplay. I'm sure that's quite a bit of work there. Basically, if you're going to download Courseplay from the GitHub website, like I said, make sure you just check out the video on how to do it if you're not sure. It's not that hard once you figure it out the first time. Basically, when you download Courseplay, it comes zipped up. You can't just put that zip, though, straight into your mod folder, because the Courseplay is actually downloaded one folder too deep into the zip file. Hopefully that makes sense. So you first have to extract that zip file, then go into the extracted folder and re-zip all the files that are in there, and then put that in your mod folder. So again, if you're not sure about that, just check out the video. Hopefully that'll make a little more sense. Jackson was saying, can you go back to Goldcrest Valley? No, we probably will not be going back to Goldcrest Valley. We already did that. Well, I did that single player, and then we did that multiplayer, so I have no plans of going back to Goldcrest. We will be sticking with mostly the modded maps from here on out, more than likely. I'm not going to rule out that we won't go back to Goldcrest Valley, but I would say it's very, very unlikely. And probably for a couple reasons as well. Like I mentioned, we've already played on it. So that's, reason number one, and I would say that's probably the biggest one right there. We already played on Goldcrest Valley. And number two, at least in my opinion, not the greatest of maps. Just too spread out. The fields weren't really that big. I mean, I know it's supposed to be an American-style map, but it didn't really have that much of an American-style feel to it, other than maybe the roads. Jared was saying, I think the outside grain bunker on Hobbs Farm is broken. Does he put corn in it, and it disappeared when he restarted the game? I don't think I've had an issue with corn disappearing on Hobbs Farm yet, but I will have to keep that in mind. Captain Griffin was saying, do you have any good, bigger size map recommendations? Well, it just so happens we are playing on Texas at the moment. And this seems like a good, bigger map. Somebody did suggest, I see in the comments here, Rattlesnake Valley. I don't know if I would suggest that as a good, large map. It's okay, in my opinion, but not maybe as open as I would like it to be. Again, it pretty much all depends on what kind of map you are looking for. Kyle Wilston was saying, absolutely love this series and all the American-style tractors and map. Plus, duels are awesome. Yes, I like duels on my tractors as well. I know some people complain about the duels, but that is how I like the look of them. At least on the larger tractors anyway, especially with the rear duels. Sniper was saying, I think John Deere will be in Farming Simulator 19. I guess you never know. It might be, though I won't hold my breath on that. Jordan was saying, love the videos. Amazing Ren was saying, great video. Keep up the good work. And buy a Crone chopper. Well, I'll have to see what's about that here on Texas then, at least. A little bit late there for Sandy Bay now that we're done with that map. Rebel saying, why didn't you just buy the flatbed trailer instead of the curtain side? Talking about the RDAllen trailer here. This is the actually the Kentucky Farmer US trailer. So for those of you who want this trailer, by the way, that is what this trailer is. It is the Kentucky Farmer US trailer. But somebody went ahead and changed the, or basically added my logo to the side of it, at least this version of it. So if you want the one without the logo, you can just download this. Obviously, in order to get this particular trailer with my logo on it, you'll have to download it from the multiplayer server here. Comes with a lot of different options here. So you have the refrigerator, push wall, and curtain side. There is no flatbed option for this trailer, at least that I know of anyway. So the curtain side is the auto loader for bales, pallets, that type of thing. Refrigerator, I don't know if this actually has an auto load option on it or not. I don't think I've used the refrigerator trailer option. I'm assuming that means it just comes with the solid sides as opposed to the curtains. And then, of course, you got the push wall, which would be the grain trailer version of it. Okay, we'll head back to the main farm here. Don't believe there's anything else left to harvest here at this point. Weird how field 20 there is. I don't know if that's not overlaying correctly or what's going on with field 20. Maybe we'll just have to tab down there quick a minute just to see what's going on. And by the way, before we started recording here, we were looking for the storage silos. Oh, I guess you can't really see them anymore. They're up over, basically straight ahead, up over the hills there. And then the main farm is kind of over this way. Assuming this is supposed to be some sort of path here. Oh yeah, now you can see the silos again over there. The 3 sets of silos. That is the storage silos over there. So the main farm is kind of spread out here a little bit. Again, if we look at the map, see the main farm. The sheep and the cows are relatively close by. In fact, we'll be going by the cows here in just a moment. The pigs are a little further north. And then the storage there is south of field 20. Again, I don't know why it's so far away, but just the way the mod author made it. Field 26 here. I don't know if that's all one field like that. It's kind of a weird shaped field. Kind of jogs around there by the main farm. And we'll have to see once maybe next episode. Maybe we can get like a little car or truck or something. We can just run around the map, just take a look at stuff. You know, we'll buy like the Lizard Road Rage or something, or rent or lease it, just so we can maybe do a quick run around and show what's on the map a little bit better that way. Could just take the shortcut across the field here. It's not like we own it or anything, so it wouldn't bother us none. And we don't use crop destruction anyway. That is actually something that gets asked every now and then. How come we don't have the crop destruction mod? And it seems like that would be a rather obvious question here on the multiplayer server, why we don't have the crop destruction. But basically, being a multiplayer server, there is no way I will ever run the crop destruction mod.
Hello.
Hello. Joined by, is that Pro Farmer there? Looks like on TeamSpeak. Yeah, like I was saying there about the crop destruction mod, with it being a multiplayer server, don't want people driving over crops and basically wrecking crops all the time. So that is why we will never run the crop destruction mod on the multiplayer server. And I think I'm relatively safe in saying never on that one.
So much for our Easter Sunday or holiday.
What about it?
We're being hammered by a cyclone.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, 140 plus kilometer winds and stuff.
Kilometers. What would that be in real numbers? Okay, almost back to the main farm here, and we'll probably wrap up the episode here. And just a reminder again, anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer server is welcome to do so. Information for joining can be found in the description below. And make sure you join us on TeamSpeak as well. The rest of the information can be found in TeamSpeak. The reason, by the way, for those who wonder why we leave the passwords in TeamSpeak for joining the server, it forces you to join the TeamSpeak server to get the passwords to join us on Farming Simulator. So that's the reason for that. Plus, it kind of helps keep, the extra riffraff and whatnot off. Keeps the troublemakers to a minimum. At least that's hopefully the theory anyway. But anyway, folks, like I said, we'll wrap up the video here. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.